Okay, time to do some training with the maid, Caroline. Alright, day one, Saturday morning. Okay, we're gonna go and, let's go train. Yeah, decided to have her train first. Caroline nodded and started to run laps around the lobby using the stairs. Hey, make sure you clean up afterward. Oh wait, she's a maid. Never mind. Not wanting to get in the way, I rushed back to the room and eat breakfast and play some video games. Yeah. Akira Caroline running up and down the stairs of the lobby, paused to do some push-ups or sit-ups to break the rhythm. Interesting. She's probably making way too much noise for me to even record. She's all you dump 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 dump. Day one, Saturday afternoon. Started to approach. Caroline appeared at my door with lunch. Ate happily, of course, but I knew I had to dictate what she had to do for the rest of the day. Okay, we're gonna do some cleaning. You probably scuffed the crap out of the floor. Decided to have her clean first. Caroline nodded, took up her broom, cleaning the lobby first. Alright. I trusted Caroline to clean up everything to par with how maids are supposed to keep the house, because I would know. Yeah. I trust that she would do her job? Is that what? Yeah, that's probably what it's saying. As the day started to end, Caroline fixed me dinner before excusing herself for the night. I yawned and went to bed myself. I did it all by myself. Today was just so mind-jarring. It was hard to close my eyes. However, I managed to head to sleep eventually. Day 2, Sunday morning. I woke up the next day and stretched, yawning. I looked at the time, 10:30 a.m. As a knock appeared at my door, I looked at my door and said, "Enter." Enter, knowing it was Caroline with food. Entered the room with a tray covered in delicious breakfast food. Thank God it wasn't brunch food. I don't eat brunch food. Better have been breakfast food. And I, of course, ate every last bite with happiness. However, as I finished, Caroline bowed to me and asked me to instruct her for the day. What would this happen? Would this happen every day? Probably. What should Caroline do for the first half of the day? She should go train. Decided to have her train. Caroline nodded and excused herself, leaving the room. Curiosity, I glanced out of my room and looked to see Caroline practicing martial arts in the lobby. She had moved all the furniture to do her training. It was kind of cool to watch, but I decided to leave her alone. I didn't want to break her concentration if she caught me staring. What are you staring at? You training? Oh. Well, get out of here, you pervert. I looked at the time and decided to wander around the house and explore. I didn't find much except for a couple of bathrooms, a large dining... Wait. I didn't find much except for a couple of bathrooms. So, did I not know where the bathrooms were? This entire time. I guess I kind of confined myself to my own room. A large dining room, which I've been eating at, I'm assuming, for... Or wait, have I been eating in my room? No, I've been eating dinner down there. An equally large kitchen, a pool room, a sauna, and multiple bedrooms. I most likely would never get used to how big this house was. Day 2, Sunday afternoon. Alright. Caroline appeared at my door with lunch. It was perfect, of course. What should Caroline to do? What should Caroline to do? What should Caroline to do for the second half of the... Okay, she's gonna go clean. So have her clean first. Have her clean first. Wait a minute, first? This is the second thing. That's strange. I wonder if it was like that the first day. Took up a broom and cleaning the halls today. Okay. Blah blah. As the day started, and fixed me dinner, day 2 done. Day 3, Monday morning. Oh, what's happening? The morning started with a surprise visit from the man who drove me here. He apparently was an instructor for the maids, and he came for an evaluation on Caroline. He was very impressed in how clean the mansion was. He almost ran his finger on every wood and marble surface. Almost every. Thank God he didn't touch under the couch. Don't know what he'll find under there. Checking for dust and found absolutely nothing. Thank God. I looked at Caroline, who smiled at me for nodding and watching the man finish his evaluation. For now, she was passing with flying colors. Apparently, he also knew about the quarrel between Angela and myself. He wished me luck, but reminded me not to overwork Caroline. I had to remember that. As she left, Karen looked at me for her day assignment. Okay, you're gonna go rest. I decided to have a rest. Caroline nodded and excused herself to her room. She definitely deserved a break. Day 3, Monday afternoon. As the afternoon started to approach, Caroline reappeared at my door with lunch. I ate it happily, of course, but I knew that I had to dictate what she had to do for the rest of the day. You're gonna rest, because I've been pretty much making you do everything for the past 2 days. Let's rest. She nodded and excused herself to her room. She didn't really deserve a break, but whatever. I yawned. Day 3 into day 4. Okay. I looked at the time, 9:30. I woke up early. Knocked appeared at my door, looked at my room and said, "Enter," knowing it was Carolyn. As she entered the room with a tray covered in delicious breakfast food, again, thank God, and I, of course, ate every last bite with happiness. However, as I finished, Carolyn looked at me and surprised me. "Master, may I ask you something?" Sure, yeah, what's up? "Do you like me serving you?" Huh? What kind of question was that? Of course, I loved her serving me. Not that she was like a servant or whatever, even though she totally is. But she kept the house clean and was fighting to stay with me. She became important to me. I think. She's more like a micromanaging robot than anything. Of course I like you serving me. You serving me is great, but why would you serve me and fight be here? You know, I would say this, of course I like you serving me. I'd be like, of course you do. Yeah, that's great. I have no problems with you. I have no problem with you doing this. That's my way of thinking. But then I would also get kind of personal. I'd be like, I want to know why. Honestly, you're serving me is great, but why would you serve me and fight to be here? Because if you've noticed, I am absolutely worthless. I have been doing nothing but eating, lying around, and playing video games all day. Karen looked at me before blushing wildly. What? Was her reason bad? She shook her head, looked up at me nervously. Well, you see, I guess you interested me, Master. I interested you. Oh, she needs to go to a psych ward. Yeah, and I kind of think you're cute. I, hope you don't mind. I kind of do. Sorry. Keep that shit to yourself. I don't care. Oh, it's fine. Whatever. Oh, I think you're cute too. Yeah. Oh. I looked down at my feet. I looked back up at her. My eyes squinting. I think you're cute too. Her face turned red again as she fiddled with the hem of her dress. She looked even cuter than before. Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost wanted to pull her over and hug her. Feel the fabric. However, my mind ran back to the fight in between Red and Caroline. That's right. She had to focus on winning the fight. Now was at the time for flirting and calling each other cute. Balda asked me for an instructor for the day. What should Caroline to do for the first half of the day? She rested for a whole day yesterday. I made her train. Let's do cleaning for right now. Decided to have her clean first. Nodded with a bucket of cleaning supplies, cleaning the bathrooms today. Because, man, I blew it up yesterday. I trusted to clean everything up to par, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday afternoon. Appeared at my door with lunch. How she managed to balance everything was a little fuzzy, but I trust her to do her best. What should Caroline do for the second half of the day? She should train, yo. I said her have her train. Caroline nodded and excused herself, leaving the room. I could hear her grunts and quiet pants, but she could not help but sneak a glance out of my room. She was running laps, using the staircase railing as her track instead of the stairs. She looked like a ninja, a shinobi Nobu. Desu. As the day started to end, Caroline fixed me dinner before excusing herself. I yawned and went to bed. Myself. All by myself. Let's go, day 5. I woke up to hear Caroline knocking at my door. Despite me not doing anything while I lived here, other than play video games, I got to sleep a lot. And I basically turned into a blob. Caroline brought in my breakfast and waited my instructions. Let's do training first. We're on day 5, right? So she's got one more day. Let's do training. I decided to have her train. Caroline nodded and excused herself, leaving the room. Out of curiosity, I decided to find Caroline, watch a bit on how she trained. She had been training hard, and I was curious. She was a soldier after all. Obviously, she could break my neck whenever she wanted. Would she be doing laps? Would she be hitting a punching bag? The tabloids must know. Oh, sit-ups. She wasn't far. She was in the middle of the lobby, doing complete sit-ups on the floor. I could only stare as she continued to pull her upper body off the ground and up before letting it go back down. That's what crunches are. She was doing it in a tight-fitted corset. How? That would rip whenever I do that. Then I remember that she was a trained soldier. This is probably in her training to do battle and bloodshed in a corset. I watched as she did 10, 20, no, 30 by 40. Oh my god, she's a badass. She was getting a staggered breath. 50 brought soft sweat that I could lay my head upon. I had to admire her dedication. She looked so determined to get stronger and better. Harder, better, faster, stronger. I felt kind of flattered in a strange way. She's doing this for moi. I decided to leave her alone. I didn't want to break her concentration. Day 5, Wednesday afternoon. As the afternoon started to approach, Caroline reappeared at my door with lunch. I ate it happily, of course, but I knew that I had to dictate what she had to do for the rest of the day. You should clean. There you go. Even though you totally worked yourself on those sit-ups, but don't worry. Oh wait, I just missed a thing. I played video games on my bed while she vacuumed and dusted. I think she's cleaning my room. And I switched to the floor when she needed to change my sheets. Oh, careful of the pillows. There's probably drool crusted. Yeah, let's call that drool. I trusted Caroline to clean everything up to par with how maids were supposed to keep the house. Just 2 more days. Thursday morning. I woke up the next day and stretched, yawning. I looked at the time, 10:25. Knocked appeared at my door. I just said enter, not knowing it was Caroline. What should I tell her to do for the first half of the day? How about you rest? I decided to have a rest. Caroline nodded and excused herself to the room. I had to make sure she didn't overwork herself. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Yeah. yeah. Afternoon started to approach. Caroline reappeared at my door with lunch. What should Caroline do for the second half of the day? She should totally clean. No, wait. Marcia's gonna have one more day, right? I want her to absolutely mop the floor with what's-her-face. I'm gonna make her train. Have her train, nodded and excused herself, leaving the room. Out of curiosity, I snuck out of my room, looked at her practicing martial arts in the lobby. She moved all the furniture to do her training. The hour of the day, fixed me dinner. Tomorrow was the last day before her fight. Oh shit, here we go. Day 7, Friday morning. What's happening? The morning started with a final surprise visit from the man who drove me here. Inspection time. He was very impressed in how clean the mansion was. He almost ran his finger on every wood and marble surface he touched before. He even touched under the sofa this time. Oh my god. Meticulous. I looked at Caroline, who smiled at me before nodding and watching the man finish his evaluation. As he finished, he gave Caroline a thumbs up. Did she do her part well enough to pass? Caroline started jumping happily. I assumed that she did her job right and almost started bouncing with her. Yay! Why are we bouncing? She wouldn't get taken away for skipping duties. After his inspection, he stopped to look at Caroline. I watched as he circled her, and she stood at attention like a soldier to her sergeant. Ooh. She smiled and nodded, placing a hand on her shoulder. Caroline, however, let out a tired sigh. For some reason, she looked more wiped out than usual. I looked at Caroline, noticing the dark circles under her eyes. Is that a comment? Did the jumping she did exhaust her? The guy looked at me with concern. I looked back at him with a gulp. Sorry, I forgot how to swallow. Maybe I should have left her rest more between training and cleaning. Oh, she's going to rest all tomorrow. Today, I mean. Looked at me for her assignment today. Sheesh, even her final day. She's determined to win against Red. Go rest. Just do nothing. She needed to relax before the fight. Caroline nodded and excused herself to her room. Now that I was alone, I walked to my room and eat my breakfast and play some video games, like some Ratchet and Clank. Or some Crash Bandicoot. You know. Hipsters. Vintage. Caroline definitely deserved a break. Wait, I wouldn't say old stuff is hipsterish. It's more nostalgic. Indie games are hipsterish. Yeah. I'm not a hipster. Definitely deserved a break. You're taking the whole day off. Yeah, dictate before the rest of the day. You're taking the whole day off. Go rest. I decided to have her rest. She needed to relax before the fight, not an excuse herself to her room. Because if you've got dark circles under your eyes, you're obviously not sleeping enough. The day started and Caroline fixed me dinner before excusing herself for the night. I yawned and went to bed myself. Tomorrow was the moment of truth. The next morning was full of silence. That sent chills down my spine. The day was the day Red and Caroline would fight to see who was the better maid. Ooh, hell yeah. I was confident in Caroline. She had to win. Because if she didn't win, I'd be sent away, I think. And she would go back to the... Oh, wait. Freaking Rosa said that she would have to go back to the academy. Which, to be honest, if she was going to go back to the academy, I'm pretty sure she would just trounce everyone again and be the top of her class again. But whatever. There was no way Red could catch her, could match her. As Caroline entered my room with breakfast, she presented me with a letter with a red wax seal. I opened it and read it aloud, the contents of the letter. Ooh, it's red. Today's battle will take place in the designated area determined by the Code of Maids. Please arrive promptly by noon or face losing your maid and title as per your disqualification. So we got a letter from the maid, not from the one who owns the maid. I know I don't care about the whole like chain of command, but wouldn't the person more worried about the fight, like the owner? When will you get a letter from her? I guess whatever. What? There's an area. There was a designated area? I looked at Caroline, who closed her eyes and took a breath. I had to assume she knew where this place was, so I didn't ask. I dressed and ate quickly, not wanting to make us late, and off we went. Do you have dark circles under your eyes? Did you sleep well last night? I'm assuming you did, because we're not mentioning it. Oh. You comfortable? You okay? There's seats. No, you're just gonna stand there? Hello? Stop staring at me. The guy who had brought me here drove us towards her destination that I didn't know of. I sat behind Caroline as she stared ahead at the partition. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I'm just gonna say it like I normally say it. I looked at her and wanted to speak, but I could tell that she was focused on thinking about the match. She must have been nervous, as her hands gripped the hem of her dress like vices. Okay. Leave her alone, place her hand on one of hers. Okay, so if I imagine she's going to be fighting someone who likes to cut people, I'd be pretty concerned for her. I'm not going to be some heartless dude who's like, hey, is there chicken in the refrigerator? Did you leave any chicken in the refrigerator? I'm pretty hungry. Caroline, I'm talking to you. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm going to not leave her alone. I want to make sure she knows I'm here for her. Or, at least I care. You didn't want to break her thoughts, but I gently placed my hand on hers and gave it a small squeeze. And then all of a sudden I hear cracking. And that was my hand breaking. She didn't break her gaze from the partition, but she released her dress and gently held my hand and squeezed back. I smiled. Yeah. She knew I believed in her, and my hand squeezed with my silent root for her. I took her silent reply as an acknowledgement of such. We drove for a good half an hour before reaching a building that looked like a small arena. Dun, dun, dun. What the? An arena? That's how I sound like now. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. As we stepped inside, we were greeted by a perfect circle of people, either cheering or booing at our arrival. I looked around and noted at least 30 nobles, with each having one or two maids apiece. I suddenly felt incredibly small, because everyone was 7 feet. Because I'm 6'6", or 6'7". I don't know why I would feel small. I turned my gaze to across the arena, seeing Angela stare at me from an elegant chair with Red beside her with her usual evil smirk. You're a psychopath. I hope you die. I hope she beats the shit out of you. She uses her fists, I'm pretty sure. She's gonna strangle you with that weird thing on your neck. I hope you lose your maid after this. Oh wait, she can't. Hope you don't. I don't like you, Angela, piece of shit. I glared at Caroline and I walked forward towards the ring designating the fighting area. Alright, I'm fighting. Who's my opponent? What, this bitch? Alright, let's go. Angela stood and followed. Red. Wait. Oh wait, Angela stood and followed. Red a step behind her. When we reached the ring, Red and Caroline continued forward into the fighting ring as Angela and I stopped. How was her voice again?
Well, middle class. Rat.
Hey, it's upper mid... Oh, wait. Keep... You're too nice. Keep saying middle class. I think you... I keep assuming you're going to say lower class. I still hate you, though. I didn't expect you to show up on time.
Usually, vermin scurry around and forget about important things like this.
Really? Is that what you're gonna open with? That trash talk of calling me rats and saying that rats are very forgetful of things? Is that really what you're gonna go with? Wow. And you named your maid Red. Goodness gracious. Not in your life. I may be from a working class, but I at least worked hard at what I did.
Red, make this quick. This fight will be finished within a minute. Do you understand? Absolutely, ma'am.
Red cracked her neck and grinned evilly at Caroline. What a weirdo.
Hey, Sue.
Sue?
So, I finally get to show you who the real best maid is. I've been so impatient. I almost snuck out of my master's home to fight you out of pure anxiousness.
You see that, Caroline? See, that's unprofessionalism. She would have left her master even without her telling her? Wow. You're the better maid, Caroline. Hope you know that. She would have left her duties. I said duty.
Whatever. Scare tactic you're using won't work, Red. I'm not afraid of you. Oh, you should be. You really should be. After all, I don't intend to let you win.
Oh, wait. I'm giving her a really nice voice.
Your ass is mine. Come and try to get it.
Are we still talking about fighting? I mean, this might be a little homophobic, but why are we talking about her ass? I mean, I've seen it, so I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, I'm gonna shut up now. Angela stepped back and crossed her arms, and I stepped away from the ring, focusing on Caroline's back. She had to win. She had to win. The speaker sound in the arena awoke with the sound of blips clicking through the air. One blip. Blip. Two blip. Blip, blip. And here we go!